And we're live.
Yeah, man.
Let me go check out my channel so I can actually see what the fuck we're doing.
There we go.
There we go, brother. We're live.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you coming on.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
There we go. Shadow's Edge. There's people here.
Yeah,
All right.
let's get at least 10 guys in here tonight.
Yeah, 10. That'd be a good number. Decent. You're killing it, by the way.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. You are too. I see you hit well over 100 now.
Yeah. Well, go back to you though. You're killing it on Instagram. You're killing it on YouTube. How do you balance the two?
Instagram's a lot easier to like post stuff quickly on Instagram versus YouTube, because YouTube is just, trying to take the time to do it without people trying to bother you. I mean, I'm in the shop, so it's noise after noise after noise, and then people are always saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" Or, "Hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can you do this for me?" But Instagram is just click, 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 post, you're done. But on YouTube's a lot harder, but it takes a good while for me to like edit the videos.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. I actually I haven't done any editing, but so like on Instagram, I've seen you take apart a couple of vehicles' interiors, and
Every day.
Yeah, dude, I love how meticulous you are about that. Like how clean of a job you do.
I appreciate it. I mean, I take pride and joy when I'm working on a customer's car. I mean, like, I have a family, so I just think of that customer having, a family. So if I want someone, if I wasn't working on cars, and I would want the best to work on my, my car, my, wife's car, or whoever's car. So I try to put my overall best into every job that I do.
And so like that's what I mean. Like, how old are you? You're 28?
26.
26.
I'll
Damn.
be 27 in 16 days.
Oh, dude, congratulations if I don't talk
Hey, I
to
shared
you.
my birthday with always on Father's Day.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And you have kids, right? How many?
Yeah, I have one daughter.
One kid? One daughter? All right. So how old, if you don't mind me asking? You 2. All right, yeah, I know that age, man. It does not get any better from there. They just become bigger assholes.
Yeah, potty training is tough. It's harder than working on cars.
Yeah, man, for sure. But like, I appreciate that because you're a younger guy, and that's what I love about your channel is that like one of the videos I watched, I forget which one it was, but like you started right off the bat like, fuck the old guys. They're going to fucking come down on you, tell you this is shit, that shit, blah, blah, blah. But if you just work hard, do your part, and keep going at it, you're going to succeed.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like when I first started, like I said, I had people say, turn back around, go back to school, do this, do that. Don't work on cars. But those guys are not the ones. Those guys are usually not the ones making any kind of money, or don't want to put the effort to advance their automotive career. So if you're not doing your training, up to date on your training, and taking on jobs that you've never taken before, you're just going to stay at a point where you can only do minimum jobs, and you're only going to make a minimum amount of paycheck. So that's why, I mean, I do pretty much everything besides transmissions, because we have a transmission tech, so he gets the opportunity to do all those, which I don't mind, because the majority that come through the door is all warranty, so they pay minimal hours on those. But if I had the chance, I knew I could do it. But why do that when I have so many other jobs that you've seen on Instagram that I do? And there's a lot of jobs that I do that I don't get the chance to post on on Instagram as well. And like mostly, like if I'm helping another technician, I don't really get the chance to snap a picture or snap a video real quick, because I gotta help them out real quick and then jump to my job to make ends meet on my end as well. Like today, I went into work today, and then at the end of the day, my buddy was like, "Hey, I have an electrical issue. I don't really know what's going on. I think it's a ECM," and He said, I'm getting some crazy readings. I was like, all right, well, let me go what you're doing. And I was like, you know what? We're going to start from scratch. We're going to go step by step. And then I found there was like a high resistance in the wire. It was all corroded, like halfway up the circuit. I broke it apart. I said, hey, let's just jumper it real quick and let's see that the circuit working at how it's supposed to be. Gave him all his readings. I'm like, all right, well, this is how you do it. Now you gotta fix the wire. We're good to go, and then happy customer.
That's awesome, man. Like, and so you're about to be 27, and you actually have people working like along with you because you're training them now, right?
Oh yeah, I have my own apprentice, and he's 18, turning 19 in a couple of months. So
is like how has that been? Like, is that hard to be like always stopping and you gotta do this, you gotta do
it
that?
is.
Like,
It's definitely challenging, but I love it because I know I'm good at it, but I have to be even better because I have to teach him and actually put thought into every word that comes out of my mouth so he can understand it in a vocabulary that he understands it and could be able to put that towards working on that car at the same time and try to retain all that information at the same time too.
yeah, I didn't think about that. You have to because like when I train people, like, I don't get paid to do that, but like they expect me to do that, and like they always expect failure, I guess, because like because I don't get paid to be like supervisor, so like I'm not going to discipline the people that they have me training. Is that same for you, or is that a little different?
Uh, I I don't really get paid to teach him off the jump. Like I don't get an extra bonus. But when I like whatever job we're working on, if I'm working on a car and I have him starting on a car and he'll finish it, I'll get paid for that job. So I'll get to keep those hours added onto my paycheck at the end of the week. But I try to if we do a good week, I'll do something small for him. I'll buy him, lunch or do something small for him. Buy something off the tool truck for him, something like that.
That's
Keep him,
awesome, man. That's
keep him
like, yeah.
motivated. And just say, hey, you keep doing a good job. I'm gonna try to reward you when I can. Not all the time, because then you're just gonna expect it.
Exactly, yeah, yeah, especially the younger generation. But
Oh yeah.
so oh man, so I was actually gonna ask you. So like, I noticed a lot in the YouTube comments. I leave like, what do you think about this? And like, it's probably like a paragraph answer, but what do you think about brakes? I just saw you do that. I think it was a Charger, or what was that?
Yeah, that was a SRT Hellcat.
So like the quality of brakes, what do you find is the reason for them not being so dependable as they were maybe 15 years ago or so?
Definitely just the manufacturer. Like depending on where you go, some of them, like right off the jump, you put brand new pads on there, they'll squeak. Like the cheap pads will just straight up squeak. Like of course where I'm at, I always try to recommend like the OEM manufacturers because they last. To me, they feel like they last a lot longer. They have a warranty on them, and they the noise and the dust is kept down further and further. But some of the aftermarket stuff are high quality. Like on the SRT Hellcat, it was an aftermarket brake pads it was Extreme 726 or 795 or whatever. But those are supposed to keep down the dust that the Hellcats usually are exposed to even from the factory.
So, I mean, how many miles do you think, like, I mean, on like an average vehicle that you change out, you work Dodge Chrysler, right? Is that correct?
Chevrolet.
I'm sorry, my bad. Um, their brake pads. How many miles do you think an average driver would get out of their standard?
So I've seen cars from 10,000 miles because people are all, like just heavy on the brake. I've seen cars come in at 80 or 100,000 miles and never had a brake job.
Damn.
but the majority of them usually trickle around like that 30,000-40,000 mile range.
My my Dodge Ram, I just I don't know, I put maybe 30,000 miles on the first 4 years, which isn't much. That's pretty below average. And I got the brakes changed. My wife on the Kia, she put like, I don't know, maybe we put 60,000 miles on it before we even needed to touch the brakes.
So how do you say his name? Like Exefio?
Zaphael. Like Raphael.
Like your crews, I've seen them like 20,000 miles. I've seen them 80, 100,000 miles until they have had their first brake job.
What's the most reliable Chevy vehicle that is out right now?
My eyes, I would have to say, I'm not gonna lie, a Cobalt, like the older one or a brand new.
Yeah, like so my parents had a Chevy Cavalier station wagon.
Yeah, the Cavaliers are like I've seen them
bulletproof, man.
300,000 miles. The older Silverados, I've seen them 200-300 miles. I had a Blazer that had 225,000 miles until I gave her up.
Yeah, I mean there are good American vehicles left. They just Toyota's hard to beat, I think. But what would you suggest for like a family vehicle? What do you guys run?
We drive. So I have my Cobalt, and then we usually drive my wife's Mitsubishi Outlander.
Those are nice cars.
That is, I'm not gonna lie, it's been so reliable. I'm so happy that we've got that car. It was either going to be that or an Equinox, and just price range. It was just I had to go with the Mitsubishi at that time because we were pretty much having my daughter, so I have to budget on everything at first. So, but my next step is to either definitely buy a Silverado, but to either get a Tahoe or Suburban.
Those Tahoes and Suburbans have always been very reliable.
But yeah, my favorite year probably is like the 08, 2010.
Really?
That body style. The newer ones I do love, but the 08, 20 up to 13, I don't know. I just love that body style. The electronics is not up to par as much, but as those, I don't know. I just love those trucks for some reason. SUVs for some reason.
That's got like so Jeep. Probably.
What's up, Klein Graphics?
Like 6 years ago, that was probably the last style of Jeep Cherokee I liked. I do want to give some shout outs here to Shadow's Edge, Zaphael, Client Graphics, Jason Reynolds, Everyday Fleet Tech. 410 Autotech, you're fucking blowing it up there in the chat, so I'm glad to see that. Jim Arnold, Bearded Yakin, fucking right, man.
Oh, Bearded's in here. What's up, Bearded?
I just watched one of his live streams yesterday. He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah, I missed that live stream. I was I actually went to the movie, so
shit happens, man. So you live in Maryland, right?
Yeah, about like from here to Philly, it's about 2 hours or so.
Like we're all like kind of in the same hemisphere. So more about The Apprentice. Like, do you get paid extra for teaching him, or like?
Nah, I don't get really paid extra. Whatever he helps me turn, I get to keep those hours to get paid on that.
And then, did you have a good one? Like when you started out, did you have one, or did you?
Oh, yeah. When I started out, I did have a great mentor. He was very strict, but very, very, very smart. He was a shop foreman, so I mean, I got put in the best situation that I thought I could be in. So that definitely, big shout out to him because he definitely made me a lot better than if I was with someone else.
So, like a lot of guys probably fucking like rag on you and be like, get out of this and blah blah blah. But you had a good guy that was like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
no,
just
he told me straight up. He said if you're lazy, you're not gonna make any money. If
yeah,
you put a lot of work into it, later on, you'll make enough money to support your family and do some stuff that you want to do, outside of work too.
that's fucking awesome, man. I mean, what type of work do you do? Do you do housework and maintenance work and stuff?
Just around my house, but not usually outside of that.
But you're pretty good at it, or
I'm
is
all
that
right, like if I have to frame something up, I'll just ask my dad. Uh,
because me personally, like I've always seen, and this is just me personally, like mechanics can make the jump from mechanical work to whatever they want to do, just because it's all about how your brain functions.
yeah, it's all repetition.
Right. But like for me, I don't want to be working on my fucking cars because like it's just so like I'll be a lube tech. I'll do whatever, but like change my brakes. I changed some drum brakes one time, and that's the last time I changed brakes. I couldn't do the drum brakes. I didn't like it, and so I always thought mechanics had like kind of an easier time to make that jump over into the other trades.
Yeah, like when I was in high school, like, I had the opportunity to do plumbing or automotive, and I tried plumbing for a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? It definitely be plan B or electrician, but I stuck it out to be a mechanic, technician, whatever you want to call it. So I think I made a good choice. So but I think I could probably bounce around if I really needed to.
Yeah, like that's what I think the advantage of the mechanic is. And also, what's up, Justin Dow? Thanks for stopping
Hey,
in,
what's up,
brother.
Justin? Big shout out to Justin.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I don't know what fucked up, but it got fucked up, and that's all right there, man. Um, Getting back to it though, what's the big? So like your toolbox. Explain what you have to people, just so they know, in case they don't
So
know.
I have a 72-inch what's it called? Wow, 72-inch is toolbox, triple bank with the hutch. Paid right under $4,000 for it. It's pretty much this green, if you can see, and this is the company that I bought it from, strictlytoolboxes.com, and they were phenomenal on the phone. The only thing I kind of regret it. I bought it, and then a couple months later, they came out with a 84-inch.
But you love it, right? I mean, that
I
thing's
love it.
fucking beautiful, man.
Everyone in the shop that has like Snap-on and all that, they were all really impressed. Like when they actually saw it in person.
It's Cornwall, right? Cornwall makes
No.
it.
It's Toolvault. It's an
It
online
is.
company. Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I don't know if you caught it in the live stream. My last live stream was Drunk from Work, where it was all shitty. But I was trying to say that you're the only guy that the toolbox probably represents his penis size, for sure.
Yeah,
Man.
I was listening on that one. I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm serious, man. Like you're killing it. I love younger kids getting into the trades, fucking duking it out and making it work, man. Like
Yeah, my first toolbox was actually a gift from my wife, but at the time she was my girlfriend. It was a 3-drawer box Husky. Had that for a while, for like 2 years, and then after that I moved up to Justin has the box now, the 56-inch Harbor Freight one. But
yeah,
before they had all the colors, I was just strictly red, and I rocked out with that for about 3 years, and then I was like, I'm running out of space. I need the depth for the drawer length. I have so many sockets, so I needed that extra length, the depth in there. So and then I was looking and looking, found it online, and I was like, you know what, biting the bullet, buying it right now. A week, less than a week later, it came out, and I was like, yes. And I had no regrets. The only slight regret is I wish I would have got a side cabinet with it from the jump.
All right, I got you on that. It is beautiful there. I mean, like
Appreciate it.
it seems like it just holds all your stuff. You got all your stuff set up. You're ready to rock and roll. The other question I had for you was air tools versus cordless. How do you go in that direction?
So for impacts, I trust my it's a Cornwall, but it's a rebranded Ingersoll Rand half-inch impact, and it's air. I have a Snap-on electric, but for some reason I go with my gut, and I always grab the air for the half-inch. But when it comes to the 3/8, I have my Milwaukee 3/8 impact, the fuel version, the M18, and then the 1/4-inch ratchets. I have air, and I have an air 3/8 impact, but I strictly always go for the 1/4-inch electric Milwaukee. But my favorite is the Snap-on 1/4-inch. But that one's kind of taking a shit on me that I'm gonna probably do a tear down and see what's up with it and fix it, and because that definitely is my favorite. Snap-on 1/4-inch ratchets, definitely by far my favorite. But the Milwaukee has the better warranty and all that stuff. But I feel it's like a tad slower when you're trying to tighten a bolt or even break a bolt free.
The Milwaukee is a tad slower.
Yeah, but yeah, like between Snap-on and Milwaukee for like cordless for automotive purposes,
So you do use a good bit of air tools still.
Oh yeah, my Snap-on air hammer, you can't beat an actual air hammer. I don't think an electric hammer would. I don't think it's up there just yet to replace my Snap-on air hammer.
See, that's a cool take because there's a lot of guys out there that are like, like drunk from work that I don't know, man. He's kind of lazy, but he uses all cordless shit. But you do heavy duty automotive, and you use air. So
yeah, I think he just asked for the fittings. So there's like the male fittings and the female fittings. So 90% of the shop has, I want to say the longer fittings, which I have the longer fittings. I think that's male, I think. And then the other 10%, which are assholes, have the smaller fitting. So if I go over there in their bay for a reason and use my gun, I'm like, now I gotta go find an adapter, or we have a coolant flush machine, and they always swap it out for their fitting. And then I'm sitting there hurrying up, and I'm like, it won't go on. What the hell? And then I'll have to find my adapter. I'm like, mother.
And I mean, Snap-on like USA made, right?
You could say that.
Mostly like hand tools.
Yeah, hand tools all day, I believe. Snap-on, ratchets, and wrenches, and their sockets too. Their impact sockets, like their swivel sockets. That's my favorite from Snap-on. Their swivel sockets, the 3/8, metric impact sockets are phenomenal. Even their half-inch impact sockets are phenomenal. But I think after that, I would go with like a Matco impact swivel socket set.
Now, is Matco is that USA made also?
It's there. I think it's up for debate. There's a
What
lot.
about
There's a
what
lot
about
that's up for debate if it's U.S. made anymore.
what about like Proto, Stanley Proto?
I've never actually had a proto tool, but I've been reaching out further and further to try out new brand. So
What about Sun? What is it? Sunsex?
I have it's like a 1/4-inch magnetic socket set. It goes from like, I want to say maybe 5 to 14 or 15. I can't remember exactly what it is, but that's a pretty good set, especially for interior jobs, so you don't drop, those small 7 millimeter screws. So that definitely comes in handy.
The well, what I was trying to shoot at here is like, so a
You want
lot
to
of
favor U.S. tools over other brand tools?
a lot of us know that all cordless tools are fucking overseas China, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like hand tools, there are a lot of USA made hand tools still.
Oh yeah, I have older sets of Craftsman that I use every day, and I want to say I'm not if like someone down in the chat can tell me if the older Mac tools are the Mac wrenches are or what's it called are American made or not.
Well, like what I'm trying to get at, yeah, and is that
Give me 1 second.
mechanics they buy a bunch of hand tools, and a lot of those tools are still made in the USA. So like it kind of maybe balances it out. Like I'd rather buy a handmade USA tool than like a DeWalt branded slapped on sticker made by Juan in USA or whatever. Like it's just yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm still here. Hold on.
yeah. The USA stuff is just, I mean, there's not a lot left here in the USA made, but Craftsman Tools they're making a plant down Texas, and if they start making it here, like especially with their cordless stuff, I might actually invest. I don't know. Mac Tools, pickle forks, and never heard of those. Let's see, Jason Reynolds. Handmade tools sold in USA, made elsewhere. Yeah, man, freaking sucks. Right Tools, Client Graphics, I have to check out. I actually saw the Bear, the Den of Tools, do a thing on Tecton tools, which aren't probably professional, but for a homeowner, like I bought a few of the things, and it works out pretty well for me. So USA made. I try and buy when I can, but most of the stuff is just BS anyway. So pickle fork is an old school term at the maintenance man. All right, I have to Google that. I know Justin Dow. I saw on one of your things that you hate Tecton. No way, no how. But for a homeowner, like an average Joe or whatever, maybe like we don't that, or like, what'd you say, Husky? Is Husky better? That's what I'd like to know.
Carry it on. Hold on.
Yeah, we're good, man. Harbor Freight. I've never been to a Harbor Freight. I know, not even then. Justin Dow fucking hates Tecton. Hates it.
I do have a couple tools from Harbor Freight. I have their twin sockets, their 3A sockets. That's actually been holding up pretty good lately. So
I'm gonna let you roll with the chat while I take a piss real quick, and I'll be right back, buddy.
all right, let's see what's going down in here. Yeah, I still have a lot of my my Husky sockets and wrenches and all that stuff. I still use my Husky box at work as more like a parts holder though. But I mean, I've heard good things about Tecton. Never had the chance to use them though. My Mac dealer has a majority of U.S. made on his truck. See, I don't have a Mac dealer. That's I think either Southern Maryland or like the Southern states, because I've never ever seen a Mac dealer, our Matco guy had just recently appeared. Probably I want to say maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and I've like at my dealer I've only had a Snap-on rep and a Cornwall rep, but my Cornwall rep, he's kind of pushy and tries to push you into buying things, and I haven't bought anything from him in probably like 3 or 4 months. And the last time he came by, he was like, You need anything?" And I was like, "No, nah, I'm good, man." And then like kind of gave me like a dirty look, and then walked off. And I was like, "Whatever, man. I like the same things you're selling, the Matco guy's selling, and it's usually cheaper on the Matco dealer, you know." 90% of Snap-on. And then like my Snap-on dealer, he's kind of like he had shoulder surgery and he was out for months. Now he's back, and then he messed up his leg somehow, so he's like missing a week here, a week there. So I've been just buying stuff on Amazon and buying gear wrench lately.
So crazy enough, so I bought this set thinking it would adapt to a I forget what size cordless ratchet hand thing, but it is Sunex tools, and it's a Torx bit ratchet set. I bought this for it was under $30, this whole set. Like, I have no fucking use for it, so I've been trying to find someone to send it to. So whoever wants that, just ask for it, because I have no use for it.
Like, when a tool is usually under $50, it's kind of hard to go wrong with it, you know?
Yeah, but I don't as my father-in-law is a mechanic, and he's like, "Oh man, you got that for what price?" He's like, "Those are really good. You might use them someday." And I'm like, "No, I won't. I won't fucking use."
Yeah, there's still some tools that I buy, and then I don't use them for like 6 months, and then but when you do need them, you have them, and you're like, "Thank God I have it already," you know.
So Torx bit ratchet extensions, what would you use those for?
Torx bit ratchet extensions. There's a lot of Torx like T15s and T20s on like interior dash work and stuff like that. You have your E-Torx that get used a lot on the newer cars, like the Cruises, on their camshaft covers. I think it's E10 or E12. I think it's an E12. They're water pumps. You have to use those eternal Torx bits as well. So I mean, use them all the time. I had the master set, the Blue Point master set, and I love it. But I've lost a few, so I've had to replace them. I just replaced them with the Harbor Freight, because the Harbor Freight has a lifetime warranty as well too, though.
Yeah, they kind of took it so. Harbor Freight was pretty smart in the fact that I think they knew what was happening to Sears, and they jumped on that, and we're gonna let you guys buy our shit, and it's gonna be quality, and it's gonna be no hassle replacement.
There was a picture floating around. It was a Snap-on Torx, like a T40 or T45, compared to I think a Husky. Like the way that the Snap-on broke compared to how the Husky one barely broke. And it's like, you paid for the Snap-on one probably like $45-50. You probably paid for that Husky about $10-15.
And was it both pretty much the same quality, or?
It kind of looked like the Husky was a little bit better quality.
Really?
Yes.
Damn, man. And Husky, I'm pretty sure they are a lifetime warranty. You go back to Home Depot and just trade in. And
yeah, I think almost every company is starting to come out with either lifetime or limited, and pretty much still send you out a new whatever you break usually.
My father-in-law, like I said, he's a mechanic, and he ran Craftsman for a little bit because of that. But he's like, they just don't hold up. Like they fucking broke all the time.
Yeah, and
So he's
Shadow, a lot of all the seats are held down by Torx bits, and like you said, some of the e-Torx are on the seats as well.
Dana's Toolbox. I gotta add you as a moderator. There you go, brother. This is freaking awesome, man. Got a lot of good guys in here, right?
Yeah, man. Gotta hit that like button for you guys,
So,
So I know you're pretty much like, you do pretty much all home improvements at like is your company big or like somewhat big?
so me personally, I now once again I'm at I got like maybe a little over 150 units that I personally look after. And then when I'm on call, they add another complex to me, which is about another 100. Like I'm at like 300 places that I do on call. But yeah, they don't like keeping people that they hire. I don't know why, but I've been there 3 years, and they just let go of the fourth person I've been with.
So everyday fleet tech said, let's be real, 100% real. Tool trucks, you're paying for the service and the tools come to you. And yeah, you could say it's convenience, but at the same time, it's once a week. And there's nothing wrong. I love my Snap-on Red. I've been with him. I mean, he's been with me for like 8 years. Cornwell, for the majority, he can be really cool. And my Mako guy, he's an awesome guy. But at the same time, I can go to Home Depot, I can go to Lowe's or whatever. If you have Craftsman, you can just go there Monday through Monday and get it, warranted.
So, being a younger guy in the business, you definitely probably look for deals, and you probably invest when you know you need to invest, right?
Oh yeah, when I first started, like right before I went flat rate, I pretty much bought the majority of my Snap-on tools and like all the stuff that I needed, that I was borrowing, that I knew I needed every day. Like all my specialty, like coolant pressure tester, leak down tester, compression tester, that's all Snap-on. My ratchets, majority of those are all Snap-on. My torque angle wrenches, both of them I have. Three of them I have. Well, two of them are the angle ones. They're half inches of Snap-on. The 3/8 is a Snap-on, and then the 1/4 inch is just a click type, and it's Snap-on. So like the things that I know I need to have, it's usually Snap-on, and that's gonna last me for sure a long time.
Oh yeah, I mean, like they are like still, even if they're not like American made or whatever,
Oh yeah, man.
Snap-on still is like the top of the game, right?
Yeah, like my buddy, he had his Matco torque angle, and he broke it, got it warranted. A week later, it just malfunctioned. Got it warranted again, and then he just traded that one in for the Snap-on one.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond. Zaphael here asked, "Do you replace toilets, install dishwashers, carpet?" I don't do carpet actually. We do laminate floors. We remodel the apartments and do all the basic electrical outlet maintenance, plumbing, all that crap. That sucks, but I kind of like apartment maintenance because like if you get into it, you're doing like a bit of everything. So if like you really like one trade, you can hop into that after apartment maintenance. But also, if you like the change of doing a little bit of remodel, doing a little bit of maintenance work, all that crap, then it's a pretty good gig. You can't beat it. Um,
So right now, like I want to say Mason Webb, I personally don't have any bill with either the Snap-on truck account or their EC account, and same thing with the Matco and Cornwall. Their interest rates are ridiculous. It's like 19% on the Snap-on truck.
Damn, man. How much did you pay to get through school?
UTI, when I started, it was like right about the 30,000 mark, and then with like grants and all that stuff, it got down to like about 18.
I
But even
That's not too bad compared to like actually going to college, spending
no,
like.
but I still always suggest if you're going to be like a manufacturer specific, like tech, go to a community college where they offer strictly either Dodge, strictly GM, strictly Ford or Toyota, because that usually is pretty much half the price. And what you do is you're in school for 2 months, and then you're in the dealership for 2 months, and back and forth for the 2 years until you graduate. And it's like I said, it's half their cost, and you get an associate's degree once you graduate.
And you get actual like
Degree. I got a
time
certificate.
served or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much your time served and all that stuff. And that's pretty much how my apprentice is. He's in school, and then right now he's in school, and by the end of June he'll be back with me. So whatever he learns in school, I'll try to get him to apply that with the stuff that we're doing at the same time.
And like so you like you have him, right? And he's in school, but like all together, it seems like if you just focus on it, like compared to all those, like that's why I like the trades, is like you can get experience, you can get in there, and it's kind of expensive. Like Junk from Work, it always says he doesn't have to pay for school, but yet he has to do like 4 years experience.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much not like that here. Like some places will, as soon as you say I want a job, they're like, all right, here you go, you're flat rate out in the books. You don't know anything. You're dying on every job. And some people, like I call them, some people that they pick up a wrench and just are strictly good at everything just from the jump. And there's people that are struggling. Some people that do need school and to be hands on at the same time. So it just depends on what kind of person you are, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like whether you're just a worker or you're not. I mean, there's a lot of that in the younger trades, and that's why I appreciate your channel and everything, because you are a hard worker. Man, I don't know though. Like I went to community college for a couple semesters and wasted a little bit of money, not a lot, but then started working with my hands, and it was like, you can make decent money.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I know personally some guys that make 100+ a year, like just turning wrenches, and there's guys that are in construction or electrical and all that other stuff or even like what are they called, linemen that are out there. They make
Yeah.
80, 100,000. Longshoremen guys that make 100-some thousand.
Yeah, it's crazy, and like
trades that you can make 100-some $1,000 a year.
And there's people with like art history degrees that like
they make $20,000 a year.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not like, one thing that always drives me nuts is like I hear the argument like if you let illegal immigrants in, no matter what ethnicity they are, who will work in the farms and stuff? And it's like, why don't you get the job in the farms? Like, learn some shit. And
hey, but kids these days, they would not want to work on a farm.
I know, but you can move up quickly if like you're knowledgeable, you want to work, and
but what's the percentage of people actually wanting to learn and work compared to people that are just straight out lazy and want to be on welfare?
Fucking low, man. Very low.
All right, let's try to answer some questions down in the chat.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, Client Graphics, he's on a giveaway once he hits 1,000, and he's close. I watched the video. I just haven't had the chance to comment. I was watching it on my, I think, either on my lunch break, I believe.
What's up, Demon? Thank you for joining us, brother. Let's see here. A lot of questions for you, man.
And you know, if you're like some jobs even offer, you know, there's not a lot, but some of them offer, you know, a like after working 30 years, you get a what's that word called when you pretty much you retire, and a pension.
Yeah, pension.
Now, a lot of your jobs that you're working at, you know, as you know, like you said, you're get 4 years, bachelor's, masters, or whatever. A lot of those jobs don't even offer that, you know.
No, it's crazy because like too, like I hear a lot of guys that like are up in those industries, and like kids come in and they give like 6 months, and then they're like, oh, I haven't moved up, I want to quit, you know, I want to move on. It's like kids these days don't even want to put in the effort to move up, and that's what I like about the trades. Like all you gotta do is show up, work hard, and they'll pay you what they think you're worth. And if
like when I first started out, you know, I'd start changing oil, and you know, just changed the best oil that I could, you know, and swept up, kept my area clean. Anytime I had a chance of free time, I'd say, hey, what are you doing? You want me to? Can I give you a hand? Can I just watch what you're doing? You know?
Yeah, man, you just gotta take it in, learn. You got to.
I mean, you gotta start at the bottom. You know, you get your basics. It's like I told my apprentice, I said a lot of the stuff that you're gonna do right now, it seems like it's BS work, but it's the repetition that you're doing this BS work when you're getting to those bigger jobs. And now you have a path to go on, or you have these set steps for each individual job that you're going to remember and implant it in your head. So now, you know, you're confident when you're doing that repair, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, yeah, the repetitions, just the knowledge. And, but like I said, man, like you're going to be 27, you got an apprentice, you're teaching him. Like that's freaking cool, man. Like, that's where it's at.
Like every day, Fleetwork said he'd have guys he would kill for guys like me to work for his company.
Fucking A, right. At maintenance man, I think the term you might be looking for is called work ethic. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do not have that, and it's scary right now. And Joe Smith is back. Bear said he tried streaming from road, but bad signal. You know, shit happens, man. Joe Smith just read article, even with shipping in Mexicans, Kentwood Park is running with only 2/3 of staff. So actually, like recently, I have learned that in Pennsylvania, landscaping companies are having a hard time getting work visas for Hispanic people to come up here and work, and so they're falling behind in their work, which is yeah.
I mean, like nowadays, kids just want to be handed a paycheck, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
like people say, oh, like I've worked so hard today, and you know, I'm in the shop where it's like 100-some degrees inside, my hands in a burning hot engine, and you're saying that you need $15 an hour to flip burgers at McDonald's.
Exactly, man. And that one
you're not even flipping burgers anymore, or like you're not even pretty much taking orders. They have kiosks where you just touch whatever you want to eat, put your money in, and it prints out, and you just wait in line for your food. You don't even talk to a person.
I know. And then there's people like back there that are just like looking at the burgers being robotically flipped or whatever.
Yeah, you can have a great, like he was just saying, you can have a great work ethic, and then you could still get walked all over on just because your work ethic, you know. Hey, can you do me a favor on this? Can you do this for me? Or, you know, I need you right now because you're the only one that can do this. I've been put in those situations, but with the further I've been, I kind of separate where like, all right, I'm gonna do you this favor, then you owe me. But if you don't give me in the return, that next time you ask me for that favor, it's not gonna happen at all.
That's what I like hearing about young. So like the guy that I don't know why he got released, but the guy that I just worked with at his last job, he was basically being asked to do everything plus supervisor duties and not getting paid for it. And he asked for it. They didn't give him the money, so he left. He like up and left and came to us. And like I respect the hell out of him for doing that because there's not a lot of people that can make that jump. And I think more should if you have a good work ethic. It's crazy though. Like what companies expect from their employees now. It's like they want them to do everything while they make all the money, and you're just not getting paid your worth. But I mean, it's different in all industries. Like I'm sure if you weren't happy where you were at, you'd be gone.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could put in an application within an hour. I'd have a phone call, you know, well within an hour, you know. Like the guy I have, I like, oh, you know, networking is something you do once you're established yourself as in any field, and you know, you just network and you know people. So if you ever get put in a pinch, you just make a phone call and they pretty much hire you right on the spot, you know. But Everyday Fleet Tech said that he's offered $30 an hour, and they still don't want to work.
Yeah, that I contractors, like just do contractors work or whatever. There's a lot of good ones out there, and the good ones that are out there, they're so fucking tied up because they're reliable. And then you get like a bad one that comes along and does a little bit of good work, but then they fuck off somewhere, and you're like, it's crazy, man.
So Shadow Edge said, if I introduced my apprentice to the Ring of Fire, which is on the older Subarus, their exhaust pipe is pretty much like this, and the oil filter is right in between. So either way, if you have bigger hands, you're gonna burn your hand. I've done it, but I haven't had the chance to give him one of those. But the Traverses are pretty much right there next to the exhaust, like right next to the converter. It's close, not as bad as the Subaru, but it's pretty close.
I have a question. Would you suggest the Traverse or the what's the GMC Arcadia, and then is the other one? I forget which one do you think's better vehicle? Yeah.
Between the two, so the Acadia is definitely going to be a fancier version of the Traverse, but everything's the same besides the electronics in the car.
I guess the other one would be Buick. Buick still makes vehicles, right?
Yeah, they make stuff. They still make, I think, the Veranos. They're pretty much limited, but I mean, I love the Buick Regals, the turbos. I mean, they're automatic, but they're pretty sweet inside, and they do have some pickup to them.
And I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Buick, like quality wise, has been in the top 10 for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't get the chance to work on a lot of Buicks because usually Buick owners go strictly to Buick and GMC dealerships, but I do see them from time to time.
And let me see here. Joe Smith, Demon. I was at job site. 2 dudes who couldn't even put a fast ladder together. Yeah, man. Like, so where I work, sometimes I have to go up on a ladder like 20 feet by myself, and I don't think that's fair.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little afraid of heights.
Yeah, me too. And
I mean,
like,
I've jumped out of I've done skydiving, but I heights still scare me.
yeah, like I mean, even like 20 feet up is just like kind of. Anyways, the other company that works in my building, they had like four maintenance guys, and none of them were willing to go up on a ladder like above 8 feet. And I'll do like 20 by myself if I feel like the conditions are right, not like
Yeah.
windy. But I just don't like it, man. I like having a person there down below at least holding it.
Oh yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's like the slightest breeze can turn that ladder right around, and you're falling.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and they just expect you to do it
I
though.
mean, I'm pretty sure you have like a utility belt with all your tools hanging. That's added weight.
I don't. I usually just there's usually like a windowsill or something around, so I could throw them all on there. But like, yeah, I haul them up there and then put them on. But and like I'm fat too, so like that's the added weight right there.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty light, so I'll probably like fly away like a piece of paper.
But like you also like that's the other thing. Like where I work, they don't teach you anything. They don't have like safety videos. So like you're just you know I mean, I get it in my head. I know what I'm supposed to do, but you think as a business you would throw a few safety videos at people to not get sued in the
And yeah,
future.
we go over like we have every once in a while safety courses, setting lifts, even though we've done it a million times. Chemicals, harassment videos, all those like corporate, like pretty much,
BS.
yeah. But I mean, it's standard. You would have to do the same thing if you ran a company to cover your rear end. So I mean, like I understand it. It's stuff you don't want to do, but I mean, if you're in their situation, you'd have to do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
So like on average, what's a turnaround on an apartment for you?
So that's tough because it's like I have to go
Oh,
and do the mechanicals, which is like,
faucets.
unclog all the drains and make sure the light switches work and fix any electrical or plumbing or whatever. And then you do the actual turnaround. But this year like last year we had 32, and this year we're gonna have about 60, 58 or 60
See you later, client.
in like a 2 week period. So it's going to be crazy. Layer Client Graphics, thank you for joining us, buddy. I appreciate it.
So now, do you have to go grab all your parts that you like pretty much need, or does someone come grab them and give them to you?
Oh, man. So we were supposed to get a parts runner like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, but that never happened. So I got to grab everything, all the cleaning supplies, all the, that's the hard thing is like in the one building where our most turnovers are, there's no elevators or anything, so you got to walk. Everything's third floor and all this and that, and it fucking sucks, man. But I guess it's a good thing because it keeps my fat ass a little bit lighter.
Yeah, because if you weren't going to the third floor, you'd probably weigh another extra 20 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. And like you definitely learn what tools you got to take with you so you don't forget anything and
So do
have
you
to make that
do they
walk
give you like
back.
a work truck, or do you have to supply your own work truck?
I got my own work truck. I had to pay for that. I had a till like 2 years ago. I had a '95 Toyota T100, which was fucking awesome. But the gas tank started leaking, and I took it to my local shop. They said that they had to be like $2,000 to rebuild it. They said there's no aftermarket parts, and then I called Toyota, and they said the same thing because they're the ones that were going to rebuild it. And then I went online to look for aftermarket gas tanks, and there were none. And then, like, at that point, it's just like I had to buy a new truck, and so I bought a Dodge Ram. It's not bad. Um, it's a nice ride, but it's a work truck,
Shh. Get the dogs barking.
Yeah, here. So yeah, like the Ram's not bad. It's a Hemi. It's a work truck. Fucking does what I want it to do. But if I had to, like my father-in-law, he has a Toyota Tundra, and all these guys, Ford's made in Mexico, Chevy's made in Canada, Toyota's made here in the USA, the Tundra. So it probably is the most American-made vehicle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think now, I mean, I don't. It's rumored. I mean, that Ford and GM are going to merge to compete against all these, foreign companies like Hyundai and Honda and all those other companies. I mean, I don't really know 100% if it's true yet, but I mean, it'd be interesting because I mean, I know GM, Ford, they're all killing off a lot of their car lines. Like we're losing the Impala, I think either the Sonic or Spark, and they're trying to go more hybrid and SUVs because everyone wants an SUV compared to a car nowadays.
SUV trucks and hybrids, right?
Yeah, and even I know Ford is killing off a lot of their car lines as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the thing is like, so I bought my Ram. It was 2000 and I don't know 14, but I go out for a good price. But like, if you go out and buy a new truck, it's like $50,000, $60,000.
Yeah, I priced up a fully loaded Silverado, and it was like 70, 80, 90, like 70 or $80,000. I even priced up just because I had a little phase where I kind of wanted like an SRT8, what's it called, a Jeep, and fully loaded was like $99,000.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And like
brand new. I'm like, who in the right mind just says, I'm gonna buy that?
I'm happy to see they're bringing back the Ford Ranger. And like I have a Dodge 1500 or Ram 1500, and that's like the compact truck, and like the fucking thing's huge. And like I kind of miss like before I got this, I test drove a Nissan Frontier. That was kind of like the truck I was thinking, but it drove like poop. It really did. It was like a.
They need to bring back the manual like trucks.
Yeah. Like just the work trucks.
Like 5-speed or whatever,
Yeah, Nissan and one thing I did like about my Toyota. Well, I liked a lot of things about my Toyota, but like didn't have a lot of horsepower, but like it could fucking go through anything because it had such a low gear range that like if you off-roaded or whatever, you're just gonna tank over whatever you want to get.
Hey, are you dipping?
No, it's sunflower seeds.
Yeah. I mean, I kill sunflower seeds at work. It's like that's my bad habit sometimes. I'll go through a phase where it's like 2 weeks straight of just switching between regular sunflower seeds, and I'm from Maryland, so we have Old Bay sunflower seeds as well.
Oh yeah, man. We do have those. I have yet to try them, but like I go crab fishing, and sometimes I go to New Jersey for vacation. I'll go crab fishing, and when I prepare all my crabs, I put Old Bay in there.
Yeah, like when I lived in PA, we got, I met friends from there, hang out, and we got crabs and shrimp, and they would just put, butter on it. And I'm like, where's the Old Bay? And they're like, what's Old Bay?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's a Maryland thing, Like I legit put that on everything,
It's
that,
good, man.
I put that on everything.
They make potato chips, Old Bay potato chips, right?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. It's
I mean, they have everything Old Bay. They, beer pretty much infused, like Bloody Marys. Well, they'll have Bloody Mary, like at Ocean City, they'll have Bloody Marys with shrimp, and just loaded up with Old Bay on top of it.
That's awesome, man. Look at Junk from Works here, man. He's still awake.
He's probably sneaking away, like with his wife, like, oh, let me watch.
I feel like that's like him all the time. Like he makes his videos on the weekends, and then like, oh no, I gotta do this. I gotta watch this video. Like he's everywhere, man.
Oh yeah, I would run into him, and he like, dang, 410, you're here too.
Like the cool thing about like, I'll give Junk from Work props here is like all those channels he shouts out every Saturday.
Oh yeah,
you go look at them and you check them out, and he's in the comments every time. Like no matter how, like I had 15 subscribers when he and I first met, and he was there. He's like talking on my videos. I'm like, the fuck are you doing here, man?
Oh yeah, like it's like pretty much like a blimp how I met you, or how I met Junk, and it's like we all talk at least once a week or twice a week, minimum now.
Yeah, and you're killing it on Instagram too. I don't know how you do Instagram. I have not mastered that yet.
Autobahn Dan is a genius, and I've asked him questions, on Instagram as well. So he's been a big help, like the put all those little crazy little like emojis or whatever on there.
Autobahn Dan's the man. Like I actually asked him to come do a live stream with me. I hope he does one day, because he's like a fun guy.
Oh yeah,
and he's in all of like the chat. I mean, he loves tools, man.
Yeah, I don't know how he balances being, a European technician with full-time Instagrammer and YouTube and all that at the same time.
It's crazy, but I love him for it, man. Like he does a good job. Like he's just like a tool enthusiast. And a few of the Instagram things that I saw of him, like one was like my tool truck's coming, and it showed the UPS driver.
Oh yeah,
and like Amazon boxes, and I'm like, and like he does. I think his like Snap-on and Matco guy both left him. So like, as like at least you got Amazon, man.
Oh, we have Uzi Lou Garage in the building.
Oh, what's up, Uzi Lou, buddy?
Oh man, he's at 1,001 subscribers. I just checked his channel out. Big shout out to him.
Uzi Lou. He hit 1,000?
Big shout out. Yeah.
Fucking A right, Uzi Lou.
Junk's at 989. He needs 11 more subscribers.
Yeah, Junk ain't gonna make it. I'm just fucking with him. He's a good guy. I mean, sometimes like when you hear Junk from Work, don't you think like you're bringing like crabs home or something, like an STD?
Oh yeah. But I meant, like, I don't know, like when I like watched his channel, like when I first started watching his channel, I'm like, Jesus, like every video I'm learning something,
Exactly. Like, so here's the hard thing for me is like, because of him, a lot of people who subscribe to me are mechanics. And like I go check out their videos, but like I don't have anything smart to say, like, or like, like other than, oh, that's an awesome job, because like I watch what you guys do, and I can't do it, so like it's fucking awesome. But then like, and then his videos are like a little bit past that, because he gets really into the electronics, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm pretty good.
Job.
He's like, I'm like right here, and then like when he starts talking deeper and deeper and deeper about like technical words, like I know what it does, but the technical words that he knows of them is like up here.
Yeah, like exactly. Like he gets into something, and I'm like, I understand what it's doing, but like he's been jerking off to AVE for so long that like he just the technicality and everything is amazing. Zaphael had a question for you, brother.
Oh yeah, I was about to reply to him. Yeah, Eric O. I watch him a lot. He seems really genuine in like in all of his videos, and it seems like he puts a lot of effort to help his customers out a lot.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
he's smart, really smart. To work on every car, old, new, whatever.
That's a tough thing to do because like I said, man, like I could do it probably, but like I don't have the willpower to want to do it. Especially like brake pads and stuff. I don't want. I did those drum brakes one time, and like that was it, man. I was fucking done with brakes after that.
Oh yeah, I mean like drum brakes, they're starting to phase out a little bit, but like the last time I had to turn a drum was literally probably like 7 or 8 months ago. Like
Really?
turning the rotor, just turning the drum, probably 7 or 8 months ago.
I mean, they do last a long time,
Oh yeah,
but just like when you have to replace them, for me, average Joe, it's a fucking bitch.
yeah. I mean, like if you would do it like maybe like couple in a row, then it'd definitely be like pretty much secondhand to you after that.
Yeah, and the other thing that like I was watching you do that brake change on the Hellcat the other day, and like how my uncle taught me to do disc brakes was like you pull the caliper off, but you put like a C clamp down, and you take off the top of the reservoir of the brake fluid. That way you don't have to bleed them, and that's how I learned how to do those. But it just seems a little, I guess, a little easier now.
Some of them are still hard, like the 25 3500 series Silverados are like they're just massive brakes on them, and then like the dualies where you have to take the axle out, and some of the drum like rotors, they have the hub on them, so you have to break all the nuts off of them, beat it off, and then replace all the axle seals and all that. That one takes a lot longer to do, and probably my least favorite to do. Brakes on a bigger truck sometimes, because some of them weigh like a good amount, and I'm not the tallest guy, so I usually do those brake jobs like lower to the ground. And then like the way our shop is set up is a lot harder to get those bigger trucks into my bay. That's probably the majority why I don't really like if it was more open, I really wouldn't mind them. We have portable like lifts, one portable lift where you would put on each individual like tie rim, and you would lift it like to lift them up at the same time. Then you would put we have big pole jacks. I mean big what's it called jacks that you put underneath, and then you work on them. But then that like in our shop, that takes up a good majority of the shop, so it's like a pain in the butt sometimes because you're blocking someone in and they're like cussing you out, like how long you're gonna be, this and this and that.
I always like when someone driving down the road with like a full size dually pickup or something. Like I do understand like some people need it, but I'm like, why the fuck would you want to drive that? Like,
Everyday fleet tech, I am about 5'4 1/4".
no way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you seem taller than that.
It's just the way I hold the camera.
Well, to make you feel better, the average American male height is 5'5".
I can see it.
So I mean,
A lot of ethnic people in the house that are bringing that average level out to be for me. A lot of Asians in there probably.
I don't know. I mean, like I'll be honest, like a lot of the Asians that are, we have a ton of Asians in our apartments, and like a lot of them are taller than me. I mean, I'm 6 foot, so it's just
There's a
like,
couple guys in the shop that are like around the 6 foot range. I'm probably one of the shorter guys, but the thing is, those taller guys can't get into places that I can. You know?
Bingo.
And then those taller guys, I'm like, hey, I'm about to drop this front diff. Hey, can you give me a hand? They're right there while I'm taking all the bolts off. And then, hey, can I drop my socket? Or hey, I need you to get this connector off from the back of the engine. Can you give me a hand? And it's like, so we swap. So I swap for their tallerness, and they swap for my shorterness.
It's funny is like, plumbers, man. Like some of them are 300 pounds, and like there's some things like I'm like I can't squeeze in that space, and then the plumber comes and he's like 75 pounds heavier than me, and he just like sucks it up, wiggles his way in, does his shit, man, and it's like fuck, man. See you, Jim Arnold. Thank you for coming, brother. I appreciate it.
Not only what?
Not only that, but he's also got a continuing battle with his neighbors that supposedly went after him, either dead or. Is that that's probably Joe Smith, I assume. Is that correct, Jason Reynolds?
Junk, you seem like you're definitely a lot taller than 5'9".
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Hey, he looks like he's in like the 6'3", 6'4" range.
I don't know, when he's dunking on like a 4-foot basketball hoop and falls on his ass.
I wish he had that. I really do wish he would have caught that before he jumped.
I wanted
to trying to dunk.
See like a little bit fuller of a video instead of just like him at the rim falling back on his ass.
I do give him credit. He puts himself out there. And he's not afraid. He's just such a badass.
Oh, for sure, man. Like and like doing the videos that he does, like the electrical talk and all that, like he knows his shit, man. Like that's something I would like. I tear apart tools and I like tear it apart and I'll put up to the camera and go, here you got, figure it out, you guys. Like here's the inside. I don't know anything about, but here you go. Plumbers have extra weight to survive if they get stuck.
Oh man, I can't wait to see the Greek mechanic drunk.
I want to see Junk from Work's dad hop on here.
Or post a throwback picture,
That'd be awesome, man. He had like he had 2 cigarettes behind his ear. He's just like, I have to admit though, so like you and Autobahn Dan get your tool heads crates before he does, like well before.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like we'll get ours, and then it's like 2 weeks later that he gets his. But I don't know. He gave me so much credit, and then I'm like, now you got this, and then like he just blows it out of the water,
Well, like I enjoy watching you and Autobahn Dan's. Like it's cool to see both of you explain the stuff. It's cool to see all the guys explain, like how it's going to help them.
That's what's awesome about YouTube, because you have so many different aspects of everything.
Exactly, and it's nice to know, like people that know their profession talk about that stuff. So like those toolhead crates guys should give you guys a little bonus every once in a while.
Get a free subscription box.
Yeah, exactly, man. Are you gonna get another one, or
yeah, I think I am. I'm definitely am, but I just gotta renew my subscription.
So what's the brand in there? Is it Cowhawk?
Yeah, so every month it's different. So the past 2 months, I guess they had like a good amount from Cowhawk that I guess they got sent, and they kind of broke it off a little bit into the 2.
Because Cowhawk, I forget where I have seen them in stores.
I've seen them before, but I just don't remember where.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know they've been in stores, and they're definitely USA made. But like I just cannot remember where and when. What'd you get, Demon? I want to know that. Fucking A right. So I think, well, I guess they're American made, but it'd be nice to see them put Work Pro tools in there.
Junk says he gets 3 weeks to study everyone before he does his.
Good night, Uzi Lou. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. That is awesome, man.
I hope he has the watch hours too, so he can get a little bit of nickels and dimes for all his hard work that he does.
I think he does for sure. Like I don't know about you, but like I don't just like check out other guys' channels, but like I'll just sit there and I'll watch the full videos.
Oh yeah, like so I'll usually watch people's channels twice. Like I'll start to watch it, but then if I get caught up with something else, I'll let it play, and then I'll come back when it's done, and I have a chance to watch it again.
Yeah,
I've watched yours multiple times, throughout, the workday. Yours, I'll see you post one video, and then like a half hour or an hour later, you're posting another video.
I stopped that. I just do one a day because I have a good friend on here, Antonio
Claudio.
Yeah, and he'll like zing out like 6 at a time. They're all very like short, informative, watchable, but like if it were spread out a little more. But he went up against there's like a Subaru Tech.
Oh yeah, I was watching. They were hashing it out. The one guy, the Subaru guy, he has like thousands and thousands of subscribers too. And he's like
20,000, man.
And he was like trying to hit down on a guy that has like 400 subscribers. Like I know you want guys to put out content that's 100% like real, but at the same time you shouldn't attack the guy.
Dude, but at the same time, like I'm watching it and I'm going like, guys, same team. Like you're both coming to the same conclusion. You just have different opinions on how you got there. Like, like just calm down.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Junk says, it's hard to like trim down because every video could be a half hour, an hour long easily. But then it's like that in between videos you have to kind of work and edit down.
Yeah, so like you guys do a great job editing and stuff. I have yet to edit a video because just me personally doing tool reviews, I just want to make it as real as possible. So even if people skip through the mumble jumble, they at least get the full like review or whatever.
Oh yeah, but usually you're in your garage, so you don't really get anyone to bother you.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm doing something, it's like I get stop, pause, and then like I'll lose train of thought of what I'm actually talking about. So I have to like stop, rewatch that clip, and then try to carry on from that clip and like forward.
Yeah, I mean, like that is harder.
Like,
I think.
Like I don't know if you could tell or not, the SRT, like the brake job I did, I had a ice cream truck in the background just sitting there for like a good 15-20 minutes. And I had a guy across the street like cutting wood in half, like not like cutting wood in half, but like just I guess he was framing or whatever he was doing. And then I had the lady behind me cutting her grass, and then the guy that I was working on his car, he was cutting the grass. And I was like trying so hard, like I'm like, that's why I didn't even shoot the other half of the video of the passenger side. I was like, you know what? This is just going to be the one wheel, and I'm going to try my best to edit this video and cancel out as much noise as I can.
Well, it did show in the video because like you're like, here's what I'm doing, but the noise is canceled because there's so much shit going on.
I'm sitting there trying to like talk, but I'm like, I don't know if I don't like in the moment I was like I can't tell if this video is real. Like I didn't even post it, and that was like 3 weeks ago when I actually did the job, and I was like I didn't even want to look at the video, and I was just sat there. I was like, you know what? Let me try to edit this video, and I was like, all right, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it turned out well. I mean, especially because you like when you're in your at your work or whatever. How many other guys do you have making noise around you while you're trying to make a video? So yeah, you definitely have to edit and do what you gotta do.
All right, Joe Smith, he said his cousin Mike loves my channel, and it's his birthday Tuesday. So Mike,
Hey, wait! That's a joke.
uh,
I'm surprised he misspelled it though because last night it was my cock. That's what it was. It was Mike, and then like the last name was like OKK or something.
oh
like that.
wow! I mean, he almost had me. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll get an email tomorrow being like, "Hey man, what the hell, Mike? Wait, what is that though? Mike Oxmole? My cock smells.
Oh,
That's what it is. My cock smells."
that's pretty clever.
Dude, Joe Smith, if anyone here is not subscribed to him, subscribe to him because he does funny shit like that all the time.
Oh wow, that's hilarious. He almost had me.
It's all the blue wrenches, man. Yeah, small. Oh, fucking A, man. Well, I guess we should wrap it up. It's 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah, the wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah, mine too. She already texted me like an hour ago. It's like, so I guess I'm just going to bed.
I guess you better start rubbing her feet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do something. Fucking I don't know. Tomorrow I'll make it up. But I do appreciate you coming on with me because junk from work really fucked me over tonight. I'll never let that die. But no, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to do another live with you, another live with Junk, and definitely everyday Fleet Tech. He seems like a pretty good guy to chit chat with.
Yeah, everyday Fleet Tech is a solid dude, man. Like constantly surprising me in the chats.
He said only.
Wife's are out. No, dude, I don't even think I'll get that. No way. Unless if I work it.
I got a king size bed. She'll be like 3 feet away from me.
Yeah, exactly, man. Fuck you, salt in the wound. He doesn't feel bad. You're on with Justin Dow, man. Congratulations.
Oh man, you should have seen it. They chugged back to back beers.
I wish I could have, but like I made my own live stream there, and dude, I hope you have me on your channel.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You have like hundreds of more subscribers than me.
I think I started out back in September.
So you're coming up on a year?
Yeah, coming up on here.
Damn, man, you have like, where are you at? Like almost 700, right?
I think last I saw was like 640.
Yeah, so you're getting there, man.
Definitely had some help from Rust Belt, Junk, a couple other people that gave me some shout outs.
Yeah, but you make solid content, man. Like, that's what's gonna get you far, and you do that.
Yeah,
so.
like you could definitely get more if you would look at more into TubeBuddy, just to help you with your tags. It's like an app, and it'll help you with you put in your YouTube stuff, and you just put in your tags, and it'll give you better tags to put on. And so when someone types up, just say Makita or Ryobi it'll give them a better chance to view your content as well.
Damn, because I'll be honest with the Work Pro tools, I liked them a lot, and then when I started this channel, like not a lot of people reviewed them, so I reviewed a few of their tools, and now I come up like first on their reviews, but not a lot of people buy them, I guess, or review them.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's what like you're doing. If someone else is out there, they'll like you said, the Work Pro, they'll type that in, and your video is gonna come up first.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not trying to do it like to be like, trying.
Yeah, but I meant like you want to be able to put your knowledge and give it out to other people so they know that's a tool that's available for them to purchase and compared to a more expensive tool.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I try to do that when I either buy a gear wrench tool or Harbor Freight tool or whatever it is.
So, well, one last question is on ratchets. Like, what's your favorite ratchet brand?
Snap-on.
Snap-on. Yeah, I mean that's a common one there for mechanics, man. Like I guess they just never fail.
I mean they fail. I mean, like I've pretty much tortured the hell out of them. Put a 3/8 on a nut that should have been a 1/2 inch just because I didn't feel like walking to my toolbox. And I've snapped them. I've fucked up the gears inside of them. So I mean it's all good. It's just what I'm used to. So I mean, like I would love to try out some gear wrench stuff or some Sonex wrenches or Proto.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess like I don't know, Proto.
But I mean, I have a 3/8 Harbor Freight that I use a lot. Like I'll alternate between that one and my Snap-on one. I mean, I favor my Snap-on one, but I'll still alternate and put it in the mix. And I have other like Craftsman quarter wrench. I'll put that to use. It just to be honest, it's whatever I'm in the mood for.
Just like one question about the Harbor Freight. So, like, do you sometimes favor that when you think like this may fuck my shit up, like out there the Harbor Freight on it?
No, it really doesn't matter to me, to be honest. Like sometimes, yeah, I'm like it's gonna break, whatever. It is what it is. I'll just take it back.
All right, good deal.
Or if I have to modify something, then I'll take that Harbor Freight and I'll modify the shit out of it.
That's awesome. I mean, like, I don't know. Harbor Freight makes some beefy stuff. Like, it's definitely not what people think it was, 10 years ago or whatever. So, all right, my brother. I appreciate you coming on with me.
Yeah, man, we've had a good crowd throughout the whole night.
Oh yeah, man. My phone says one person, but the chat says otherwise.
Yeah, the chat says 10.
Yeah, Junk for Work's still here. I thought he'd be asleep by now.
Yeah, he's gonna be sleeping on his toolbox.
That Maximus or whatever, fucking Canadians.
I can lay in my toolbox and close the hutch.
Oh yeah, in the top section there.
I mean, I can't stretch across completely, but I could still sleep in it if I wanted to.
Like a lunchtime nap or something.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off, guys.
Someone else has my key to my toolbox, so I really wouldn't want to do that and get lost in my box.
Well, like I said, man, I think you're the only guy out there. I don't think Junk for Work qualifies for this, but your toolbox is probably the size of your penis because you're killing it, man.
Appreciate it, man.
And yeah, cheers, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming, joining us here. I really do appreciate it. And next time, hopefully, I'll be on 410 autotech's channel.
Yeah, everyone says 410, but it is what it is. I don't try to correct people,
No, but I did pay attention. I know it's 410.
Yeah, just like area code that I live in,
Yeah, man, I live in the 412.
There you go. You could be the 412 maintenance man.
Yeah, there you go, man.
That could be your second channel.
Where I just get drunk and fucking pass out on drugs.
That could be your strictly drunk live stream channel.
See, this one was a lot better though, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest. So like this is exactly how it was when I was on Junk from Work last time, and you're being a good friend on the last one. Tell me to get up and take a piss and stuff. To be like, hey man, you're fucking. But I wasn't that hammered. It was just like my
the quality of the picture was like cutting in and out.
Yeah, and it was fucking with me too because I'm kind of hearing half sentences. I'm kind of trying to watch the chat and stuff. You know, I was kind of new at all that. So like, it was very it was how I was, man. It's just like cutting crazy.
It is what it is.
But I appreciate you, man. I do.
You never know. One day, you know, Ryobi is gonna be just sending you free shit.
No, I already messaged them on Instagram and they had never responded, so fuck them. But I still support them. See, that's the thing about my channel, man.
Well, this is what you do. You go to WorkPro, email them that you wanna review their tools.
They have my contact information also, and I actually have talked to them. They have a bunch of reps in the U.S.
Even if they do just give you like 50% off, you know, it's better than nothing.
You know, but right now with my channel the way it is, like if I'm going to promote a tool, I'd rather just pay out of pocket and promote it because I believe in it. And, you know, that's how I feel about Ryobi. So, like, if it happens down the line after I have subscribers and stuff, that's cool. But right now, man, I'm just having fun doing it.
That first 100 is hard to get to. And then, like, it's after that 100, it, like, just kind of rolls.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I'm having fun. I like these live streams a lot.
But once I got to like the 500 area, that's when it like blew up even more. But like there's in between where I would gain a couple subscribers and then I would like lose 10 or 15. I'm like, what the hell just happened? But it's like whatever.
I haven't lost any, but I have noticed on like Instagram.
Instagram is terrible. You'll gain
like
10,
20,
15,
like 20 subscribers.
30.
Yeah, and then they're gone.
But I think there's some of them are like fake accounts that just like go out there and just add people as spam.
Oh, there's so many fucking they're not girls, but like
yeah, girls. They're fake girls.
Yeah, exactly. They're bots, you know, like girl bots, and they're like, and then they go in the chats, and like it's just fun sometimes to fuck with them. They're like, oh, where are you from? And you're like, Pittsburgh. And you're like, where are you from? They're like, Chicago. And then you're like, ah, cool. And they're like, okay. And then you say, okay.
I just let my wife respond.
And then she's like, okay.
One of them, I just tried to go on video chat so my wife could just like be right there.
Yeah, I just delete them now. I mean, it's just not even.
Yeah, I mean, like now it's just like delete.
Yeah, and then there's joint ones where it's like a girl with like 6 guys that they want you to join in the chat.
Live.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Nah.
I like my bank account.
I'm from America, man. I see 131 subs for me.
There you go. And just like a week ago, you're at like right at 100.
Wait, am I really at 131?
Let's see.
There you know. I was at like
131.
Get the fuck out. Damn.
I told you it just starts trickling and trickling once you get past that 100.
Dude, junk from work put it in my head that like I'm a live stream king here. But he has the radio voice, you know. He's like,
God, like the
this
first
is junk from work reporting live with 410 Autotech.
And he's a hand model, man. Hand model.
He shows his face though. I give it like AVE. I've never seen that fucking guy's face. I don't know what he looks like. He could look like a pile of dog shit.
Yeah, the guy Chris Fix that has like millions and millions of subscribers. I've never seen his face.
Yeah, it's crazy. That guy, like, that's one thing that was hard going into this. I was like, hands or just show myself, and I was like, just fucking show myself. Like I
Well,
don't know.
Some things is like you got to see me. Some things is like I have to like just use my hands to show people. You know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like yeah, it's definitely a separation, but like more or less I'd like people to see my face, my expressions, because I do tool reviews. So
Now, like, I'm thinking about like the end of the year. I'm gonna do like a blooper video. You know.
dude, that'd be fucking awesome,
Of
man.
all my fuck ups.
I delete all my videos, so like I have no footage. Everything's just on YouTube.
Like I had one video where like I could not get the ending correct. Like I just was just like hammered. I mean, like it just seemed like I was like I just couldn't spill any words out, and my wife like hopped on when I went upstairs to take a break, and she like shot the ending. Was like, and then like I watched it. I'm like, holy hell, you did! I was like, did you do that in one take? She was like, yep. I was like, fuck you.
That's awesome, man. It's tough. I'm starting to learn now, like just record videos in advance and try and keep ahead of it.
Yeah, Dano is like right over 800.
Dano's Toolbox, man. He's awesome. He has a sweet channel. I will say his one video of all of his tools.
Oh my god!
His storage container that gave me anxiety, and I don't even own the tools.
I'm like,
I was like, who's gonna clean this up?
Where's my 10mm socket?
I laugh at that, but I still don't know that joke. Is that like a
Yeah, it's a mechanic thing, you know. It goes missing a lot.
on like Volkswagens or
No, any car.
Really? 10mm?
Yeah. I have about 20 10mm sockets now.
I'm gonna have to check my socket set, make sure I'm not missing.
I have a minimum of 10 a minimum of 20 of them. A minimum.
Holy shit, man. That's crazy. Well, hey man, we'll wrap this up. It's time to go, I guess.
All right, man. I had a great time.
I did too. I appreciate you taking time to join me.
Yep. Till next time, guys. 410 Autotech and the maintenance man is out.
That's right. Later, buddy.
Later.